God damn, that's a fat beat. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the basement. I hope you're all doing well. Got a fun one for you tonight, I think. Y'all know what happened today. Y'all know we got a new trailer, the final trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps. We're going to watch it, we're going to enjoy it, and then we're going to talk about it. And there's some other stuff here and there, little tidbits to go over and share thoughts on and whatnot. Excuse me. So, chat, it is now time to prepare. So, fill your cup, light your smoke, sit on back and relax. Because it is Wednesday night in the basement. And it is time to get a nerdy. Welcome, everybody, to the basement on this Wednesday night. And yes, that's right, I bring the motherfucking slap up in here. What has happened in chat? What has happened to you if you're watching on the replay? Thank you all for clicking on the video, no matter when you did it. Really appreciate it. If you would be so kind as to also hit that thumbs up. And if you are new, first of all, welcome. Thank you. And second of all, you also, please press that like button. But while you're at it, if you're new, hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And if you go to live chat, the link to my Discord is in there. It is also in the description of this video and the channel description. So, smack all those buttons, clobber them, if you will, given tonight's subject. And, yeah, join the basement. Join the fun. What's up, everybody? Spicy Dan, Icarus, and Brooke. What's happening? What's happening? What's safe, Martha? What is going on in the life of chat this evening? I know, it's been so damn long since we've seen each other. Well, for most of us, anyway. A lot of us hung out and watched Ironheart last night. And, surprisingly good isn't the way I really want to put it, because that makes it sound like really good. I wouldn't say it's really good, but it's solid. Not the greatest start, but it improved as the time went on. And I actually enjoyed the third episode, like, quite a bit. So, it's got me looking forward to how they're going to resolve all this shit next week. And then that's doing its job. It did its job. It did its job. We'll probably chat about that a little bit more. There's some other tidbits. I'm scrolling through my X. Saw a few little things bring up and chit chat about. But of course, the main attraction, the treasure, the centerpiece, as it were, of this evening's stream is, of course, the freshly dropped and final Fantastic Four trailer. And by golly, at least for this nerd, it was a fucking good trailer. That was a pretty damn good trailer. So we're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna break it down, and then if we're feeling really frisky, we'll speculate too. All in all, chat, I think we're in for a good evening. Ironheart wasn't bad, honestly, says Brooke. No, it wasn't. Now, I wouldn't call it as pleasant a surprise as Agatha, because Agatha was like really good. Like, I don't care what anyone else says. Agatha was a good damn show. I enjoyed that show. But Ironheart is not to Agatha's level, in my opinion, but it is solid. Happy we got to see more Galactus in the trailer and got a sense of how big he truly is in his ship. Oh, yes, we will definitely be talking about the scale of the movie that they kindly showed us in this final trailer. Yeah. It's pretty dope. It is pretty fucking dope. Excuse me. So, yeah, we will in due time. We shall discuss Big G and the rest of that trailer and how it makes us feel about the movie, and did it give us clues on what may happen with what? Maybe. We shall see. Of course, if I don't find any, doesn't mean there aren't any. There's a reason why I tend to watch other channels that always do the Easter egg things. I mean, they're already doing the work for, AdSense and shit. So may as well let them, why horn in on their job? I mean, they're already doing it. They're literally and figuratively invested in doing so. So who am I to step on their Easter egg finding toes? Who am I to contribute, albeit in probably a really, really teeny way, to potentially preventing them from making as much as they could? Frankly, that's kind of rude. And I'm not going to do it. I save my rudeness for other arenas. I'm not saying I'm not rude. I'm fucking rude. Sometimes. But yeah, that's just a bunch of sophistry. Honestly. Real talk, I'm just lazy and I don't want to. I could pontificate and issue bad faith qualifiers like what I just did that sound okay ish, depending on how well I come up with them. But nah, that's all a load of shit. I just don't want to. I don't know enough. I don't want to do all the extra research it would take to figure out what the fuck I'm looking at in the first place. I'm good. When it comes to Easter eggs, I will freely admit plagiarism and copying other motherfuckers' homework. Yep. Keeping it 100. Keeping it a book on that one. So anything fun happened in the last 24 hours, chat? It's been so long. It's been forever. Well, if the last 24 hours went for you anything like it went for me, it was just another motherfucking day. SSDD, as they say. Same shit, different day. Nothing of real note happened to me in the last 24 hours, outside of waking up very early this morning with a Charlie horse in my right calf. I've been having to stretch on that bitch all day. I don't like it. But yeah, outside of that, nothing of any note. Well, the Fantastic Four trailer. That's about it. So, yeah. 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 All right. Shall we get into this? We will begin with the tidbit section. Just little things I've been giggity. Yeah, it's spicy Dan. Yeah, so basically what the tidbits amount to is just shit I made note of on Twitter. Basically all it is, like no big articles, nothing like that. At least not for this. Just stuff I saw on the TwitX that may or may not be important, but that I found interesting, and so I'm going to share it with you. So here we go. As soon as I found my mouse. Hey, there it is. Speak. All right, item number 1. Yeah. So this one, this little tidbit dropped on Monday. David S. Goyer says he offered to help with Marvel Studios' new Blade script, but was turned down. I have my agent call Marvel and say, "Do you guys need any help?" And they said, "We love you, but we think we've cracked it now, and we're in a good place." Okay, first, before we get to the ridiculousness of their response, y'all know who David S. Goyer is? Are you aware of his history with Marvel and why he was offering his services? He's not just any random script writer guy or director or producer or whatever. Not random. David S. Goyer is the person that gave us Wesley Snipes' Blade in 1999. And if y'all recall, that's a pretty fucking good movie. It was a damn fine movie. Very enjoyable. Wesley Snipes was awesome in it. Oh, what's his fucking name? The dude that played Deacon Frost was really good. Skeet Ulrich. Yeah. Skeet. All up on you, Ulrich. Deacon Frost was really good. Yeah, it is good to see Justin hyped up about something. It won't be Star Wars ever, or at least not till 2020. Well, not till next year when we get Ahsoka season 2. Well, I mean, like realistically, I'm not super hyped about anything coming out. Like that that leaked footage from Mandalorian and Grogu that got out. I don't know if any of you saw that. It looks fun. It was a cool action scene they showed. Like I think it's gonna be entertaining. Mandalorian and Grogu. I think it'll be entertaining. It might even be fun per se. But I don't know that I'm gonna be like, fuck yeah, man, do it, Grogu. I don't really see that happening. But you know, I'll be satisfied if I walk out the theater like, okay, that was fun. I'll be quite satisfied with that for that movie. But I'm not expecting a whole ton. Which is kind of a shame because, you know, their first movie in 6 years in the theater, and it should probably be bigger, but it is what it is. Darboyd, what up? He did Batman Begins and Man of Steel. Goyer producing. Okay, so yeah, I like him. Yeah, he gave us Blade though, bro. Long before he gave us Batman Begins and Man of Steel. Well, not long before Batman Begins, because that came out in like the mid 2000s. Didn't it? When the fuck did Batman Begins come out? I know Man of Steel didn't come out till like 2013. Batman Begins was like 2005 or 7 or some shit, wasn't it? Like it was kind of a minute ago. Can't promise to be awake for long, but I want to pop in. Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I mean, if you need to nod off, just leave the stream on. 2005. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Batman Begins. Oh, that's right. I did actually see a tweet about Batman Begins is 20 years old this year. My God. Ugh, I hate aging. But yeah, so the man who gave us Blade calls up Marvel being like, hey, yo, y'all remember me? I know a little something about Blade. Delta Dan, what's happening? He's like, yeah, so I know the character pretty well. I did a whole fucking movie about him. And it's now 2025, and y'all announced the movie in 2019. So, y'all want some help? I got a little experience with doing Blade movies. Y'all want some help? And Marvel's like, you know what, bruh? Thank you. We love you. But we think we've cracked it now, and we're in a good place. They've cracked it now, and they're in a good place. Are you fucking kidding me with this? Bro, if you had it cracked and it was in a good place, we'd have a fucking movie already. Like, are you kidding me with this shit? Like, this is seriously one of Marvel's biggest current fuck ups. Like, when Goyer's agent came a calling, they should have been like, be right there, and rolled up with a couple of Brinks trucks. Like real talk. This is like the guy for Blade. How do I know? Because he already has been. Like what the Marvel? You'll never see this. No one at Marvel will ever see this. My channel is deep. But if by some insanely odds-defying miracle y'all see this, listen very closely to my words. My channel may be small. My knowledge is great. When the dude that gave us the original Blade and established him as a cinematic force calls to help you with the movie that 6 years after its announcement we still do not have, not only do you say yes, you put on the chapstick, get down on your knees, and kiss his fucking feet. Work your way up the leg and start gargling. Because you need the help. 6 years. If we're lucky, you actually do, 6 years later, have it cracked and can maybe film next year. Maybe. But that means we'll be up to 7 years. And that's just filming. Release won't even be till 2028. We're up to 9 years from announcement at this point. Call Goyer back. Tell him to pop by the studio. The Brinks truck will be there waiting for him. Like, what in the hell are you even thinking? This is the kind of stuff that makes chilling not so chill. Like, blatant hubris, blatant idiocy. I think that hubris and idiocy pretty much covers Marvel's response to David S. Goyer. Exactly, Spicy Dan. He has insane writing credits. Like, giving David S. Goyer the Blade movie starring Mahershala Ali as Blade with a walker by the time we get this fucking movie. Like how does Chat? Can you explain how their response to David Goyer makes any kind of sense? Because I got nothing. There's nothing to Steelman on Marvel's side here. Like literally nothing. There is no. But on the other hand, no, Marvel, you're just fucking dumb on this one. Dumb, ignorant, way too prideful, way too overconfident in yourself. I mean, have you looked at your record over the last 3-4 years? Bro, you are in no position to be turning down help, much less expert help of that caliber. Like, are our boy still blows my mind that DC struck gold, hired Gunn, and then he threw it all away. DC struck gold, hired Gunn, and then he threw it all away. I'm not quite sure what you're getting at there, brother. If you wouldn't mind, please expand on that. I would love to know what you're talking about. Delta Dan says, Ali going to go back to rapping before that Blade movie comes out. I mean, probably. I did see that video of him rapping. He actually has pretty decent flow. Rillick says, Marvel's record of this decade has been poor. I mean, yeah. I mean, Disney Plus, mostly poor. Cinematically, probably about 50-50. Yeah. Yeah. You're exactly correct. He goes on, we can only hope with F4 it can be on its way to reach the glory ahead in the late 2010s. I mean, it'd be nice to get back on that path at least. F4 can definitely put us on the path. Or to go across the lot to that other studio, can put them back on the way. But yeah. Yeah. There's a lot riding on Fantastic Four. Again, we'll talk about it when we watch the trailer, but a lot of that F4 trailer was good though. Hell yeah, it was. But, you know, a lot of people like to talk about how much pressure Superman has on it, and it got a fuck ton on it. Don't get me wrong. Like, literally the fate of 2 studios, not just DC Studios, but Warner Brothers Studios as a whole. Or, well, what's left after they separate all the TV and cable back into where they got it from. Goddamn Zaslav. Anyway, yeah, F4 has not quite that much pressure on it, but it's got a fair chunk of pressure on it if you think about it. I mean, what's Marvel offered us this year? Cinematically. We're speaking strictly cinematically. We had Captain America Brave New World. Box office flop. And in the case of that movie, rightfully so. Then we had Thunderbolts. Bigger box office flop than Brave New World. However, simultaneously, light years better than Brave New World. But you can put all the quality you want on screen. If the subject matter that you've applied all that quality to, no one gives a shit about, you get what we got for Thunderbolts. F4 better be a great appetizer for Doomsday or we doomed. I mean, yeah. Yep, you're right, Delta Dan. You are right. I don't know about quite doomed, but they're gonna. If F4 is not a great appetizer for Doomsday, Marvel's marketing department is gonna have to pull every trick they can possibly think of to drive interest in Doomsday. They're gonna have to somehow generate hype for a movie that is a big Avengers movie. Now, people will show up for Avengers titles, regardless of the booyah, boohoo, booty cheeks shit they've gotten to that point. An Avengers movie is still an Avengers movie. People innately know that Marvel does not fuck around when it comes to Avengers titled movies when they begin as an Avengers titled movie, specifically. Not when it gets changed after the week it premieres. Looking at you, Thunderbolts, aka New Avengers. Looking right at you. Yeah, people still going to show up for Doomsday. Doomsday, even with Marvel's history over the last few years, Doomsday's still going to make a billy. I mean, unless the marketing is crap, like unless it looks like crap, unless the leaks kind of start sounding like crap, Doomsday's going to be a billy. Now, it should be an almost 2 billy movie, and that's where you might and that's where you could still see the damage to the brand. Because even if Doomsday makes a billy, that'll probably be about half of what it should make. So, but of course, we will not know that till December of next year. We still have a full year and a half to find before we find out how that's going to go. I guarantee there'll be a Hall H next year, though. They will be. That's where the marketing blitz for Doomsday will really begin. Will be Hall H. I mean, they'll hit CCXP and some other cons that come before that, but people know that F4 is homework for Doomsday. You think they would show up for it too? Well, there's nothing obvious about it that it is related to Doomsday. Like, and I do this all the time too. Like, we need to remember that the outside world is not us. Like, they are nowhere near as plugged in as us. They are not going to know just by being as surface level with Marvel as they are, as a normie is. They're not, they're not watching these videos that we watch. They're not having the discussions that we have. Like, they are not going to know how much of a setup F4 is of Doomsday until it premieres. And people start talking about the post-credit scenes. The post-credit scene from Thunderbolts that no one saw, exactly. But yeah, so, like, normies aren't going to know how much F4 matters to Doomsday until after the movie comes out. But hopefully, that will lead to a strong second weekend for the Fantastic Four. Like, word of mouth is going to need word of mouth to create a sustained pop. It's going to need a lot of word of mouth. They need to get Thunderbolts on Disney Plus before F drops. It comes out on digital pretty soon. Not happening. Or, well, what I'm looking at. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, that kind of. Okay, we don't know when it's going to arrive on Disney Plus, but it hits digital July 1st. So next Tuesday, Thunderbolts hits digital. Now, if it pops on digital, that'll be a good thing, because so that gives it most of July, like 4 weeks, being on digital before F4 comes out. That could help. People, if one, people check it out on digital, they might be like, "Oh shit, this movie's actually really fucking good." Oh man, Fantastic Four could be really good. If this is this good, maybe Marvel's doing their shit right again. You know, just for the post credit scene to link it all. I mean, that would be very, very helpful, actually. Yeah, people watch the post credit, see an F4 ship there, and then F4 comes out like a couple, 3, 4 weeks later. Boom. You are absolutely right. That should drive interest. I should be in marketing. I mean, maybe. I mean, you came up with a pretty damn good scenario right there. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. But what the hell was I even talking about? Oh yeah, Marvel being complete fucking idiots when it comes to David S. Goyer. Yeah, Marvel's fucking dumb for that. Cannot believe what the hell. We've cracked it now. We're in a good place. Bullshit. 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 You lying motherfucker. You are not in a good place. You have not cracked it. You lied to the man who could probably save you or save this movie. Anyway. But yeah, so Marvel's dumb. Oh yes, plenty of you are gamers. I don't know how many of you play the COD, but Beavis and Butthead are coming to COD, yo. I'm gonna shoot him in his butt. Yeah. No, I don't know how y'all feel about COD. I don't know how y'all feel about Beavis and Butthead, but I love Beavis and Butthead. I don't play COD, but I just think this is fucking fun. I just think this is fun. That's all. Is Brave New World even on streaming yet? I think so. I don't know if it's on Disney Plus, but I know it's out on digital. Oh yeah. No, it's on Disney Plus. It's been on Disney Plus for almost a month now. It hit Disney Plus May 28th. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but video game movies are kind of a thing these days, right? They're doing pretty well. Got Chicken Jockey, Super Mario did pretty well. Chats are always wild, Delta Dan. I don't know if you've noticed. Online game chats are crazy for years. I mean, I don't know from personal experience, but I know people that do. Well, yeah, video game movies seem to be kind of uh, getting a massive glow up over the last couple of years. I don't know if you recall, like 80s, 90s video game adaptations. Not the best. You fit in. Griff, what's happening, man? So, yeah, video game movies kind of the new thing lately, and I don't know if you heard, but they're making a Street Fighter movie. This one, I would imagine, is going to be better than the Jean Claude Van Damme one, but they are making a Street Fighter movie, and they have cast Chun Li. This young lady right here, Kalina Liang, has been cast as Chun Li in the live action Street Fighter movie. Y'all gonna rivals? You gonna quick play or you gonna squad on ranked? Now what is she in? She looks familiar. Helena Liang. Thousand. Okay, well she hasn't done much of anything. So she's new. Cast her kind of a rookie. Been in a couple movies. She was in the film Presence in 2024. Steven Soderbergh movie. Played a lead role in Bad Genius, a Thai directed movie in Thailand. And then now she is Chun-Li. Okay, so they got themselves a rookie. Kind of not surprising. They probably don't have. Honestly, they probably don't have the biggest budget. You're on PC, so only up for me, and it's only QP for me. Oh, okay, I got you. Quick play all day. All right. Well, we'll see how long this stream goes, and maybe I'll pop on after I'm done. Believe it or not, I've kind of had a little bit of an itch to do some squatting up a bit on some quick play. Brooke says a fighting game I want to try out is Soul Calibur 4. Remember they added Star Wars characters to it like Starkiller and Vader, but never played it, but heard about it. Well, Starkiller and Vader are awesome. So that sounds cool on paper. So if you like the Street Fighter as a game, and you're interested to see how they were going to handle the live action version, well, to begin with, here's Chun-Li. Like I said, this is the tidbit section. Some cats were reporting to me because they TP'd and I had no idea where the hell I was. We still won. But these mofos were talking like I botched the whole game. Well, that's a bunch of shit. Oh, yeah. Here's another one. Oh, by the way, we're going to have to change the phrasing on this one a little. According to this, going back to Street Fighter, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is in talks to portray Balrog in Street Fighter. This is now confirmed, by the way. So we have Holly, or whatever the hell, I already forgot her name, Ms. Liang as Chun-Li. And we have Fiddy as Balrog. How do y'all feel about those castings? Those of you who are the gamers that were into Street Fighter. Are any of you into Street Fighter? Any of you guys actually into Street Fighter? Did I just speak about these castings to, like, does no one care? I mean, it's cool if you don't care. I mean, I already talked about it. It's not like I'm going to go in depth on that shit, but, you know. Do y'all even care about that casting news? I just figured I'd throw it out there for shits and giggles. Oh, yeah. This is just fun. You haven't played much Street Fighter? Okay. Y'all know Wong. Y'all familiar with Wong from the MCU? Benedict Wong. That's the actual actor's name, is Benedict Wong, and he plays Wong. Great. Well, he is also in a movie called Weapons. That's our Wongers. Folks, that's our Wongers. Looks like he swallowed the Darkhold. By the way, has anyone heard? I don't know if y'all remember. Actually, we wouldn't have had a chance to talk about this, um, unless it came up last Saturday. I don't remember. Maybe y'all remember. I don't remember for sure. But Gunn was supposed to get the Batman 2 script on Monday, and I haven't seen shit about whether he did or whether he didn't. Got nothing. You'll eat fast? Well, don't give yourself a stomach ache, and alternately, don't eat too fast in other circumstances. You'll piss off your wife. Anyway, here's another little tidbit. I have no idea what the hell this says, but it looks like it's talking about Avengers Doomsday filming at Windsor Great Park, which houses this castle. Now, this is not the first time the filming at Windsor Great Park has been brought up. This has been brought up a few times. Now, initially, many people were speculating, surmising, theorizing that this was going to be Doom's Castle in Latveria. Well, our guy Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus, y'all familiar with him? We go over his Discord Q&As almost monthly. Skip last month. He decides to retweet this, and he says he does not confirm that it's Doom's Castle in Latveria. He says Genosha. So we could be looking at the castle for a Genosha setting in Doomsday, which would be really cool. I mean, if it's Genosha, you know how many friggin' mutants we're gonna get, bro? Like, my goodness. I mean, obviously, we knew we were going to be dealing with an X-Men universe. We've known for a hot minute. But it's cool that Genosha's in it. But you know what's interesting, though? Is I don't know if you guys recall, but Josh has brought up a couple of times that there's supposed to be like an X-Men universe that's a utopia. Well, unless they've changed Genosha from the comics, Genosha was, I mean, in and of itself, its own little utopia on its island, but the way Josh was phrasing it made it sound like the universe was a utopia, or like the whole planet at least. Anyway, so if if Earth in that universe is a utopia, why would they even need a Genosha? That's my question. Genosha is a refuge from humanity. Like if you're living in a utopia, you wouldn't necessarily need a refuge from humanity. So I'm a little confused at it on that, but you know, I also, while I'm a little confused on it, I'm not concerned about it. I'm sure all will be explained in a year and a half. But again, I just, you know, little tidbit I think is interesting. Oh, here's a fun one. I kind of like this. I like this. Pedro Pascal. Sorry. Pedro Pascal says the Avengers Doomsday cast went to Robert Downey Jr.'s house for a homework day. That's cool. I mean, we've already known that Downey has been immersing himself in Doom comics and Doom lore. Now, apparently, the Doomsday cast joined Robert Downey Jr. at his house to engage in further studies into the characters they're going to be playing. Now, what I really like about this is that means Pedro and Robert are working on nailing the proper dynamic between Doom and Reed that we should be expecting. That's the what I consider a positive thing, very positive thing about this. It on the surface it's like, okay, yeah, they all went, got together, did their thing, and they'll be filming, or they are filming. So it's like, yeah, on the surface, kind of no big deal. But if you take a little while, just a little while, take a little while and think about the implications of that. Number one, they're taking this shit serious, y'all, and that's a good thing. They need to at this point. Like, Marvel's fucking hurting. We've talked about it for a long time now. It's been a given for a long time now. So, yeah, anything they can do to improve, in this case, probably character relations and interactions and how they should be handling themselves when they're in scenes together, I am all for that. I like it. I like it a lot. So, I think that's pretty freaking cool. Here's just an interesting little tidbit for those who like to keep track of box office performance in movies, and especially when it's relative to our nerdy shit. Here's a fun one. And we're only going to concentrate on the first little part of this, because I think this is kind of weird, honestly. Jurassic World Rebirth might have no access to IMAX, but surely have it to 4DX. Here's no access to IMAX. Jurassic World, big ass, huge, fucking dinosaur movie. Yeah, it'll be on 4DX. That'll be wild. Someday I'm going to see a movie in 4DX and experience all the physical stimulation that comes with that, and it'll be dope. But no IMAX? Bro. That's premium movie screen income that this movie is not going to get. And it's already not tracking that well. Now, I actually, interact with people that have been adamant for quite a long time. Yes, it is. July 3rd or 4th, actually, next week. Jurassic World is next week. Oh, yeah. While we're on the subject of that, there's like months for everything. Considering what's hitting theaters in July, I hereby declare the month of July Nerd Month. I don't care what else it is. That's now on the list. July is now also, along with whatever the fuck else next July is, it is now, ow, that was my elbow, Nerd Month. So let it be written. So let it be done. I have spoken. But yeah, Jurassic Park next week. 2 weeks after that, Superman. And then 2 weeks after that, Fantastic Four. Get ready, guys. Get ready, fellow nerds. July's a fucking buffet. Even if you don't watch all three, like there are plenty of dinosaur nerds out there. Don't know if there's enough to get it this bitch to a billion, especially with no premium IMAX screens. Holy shit. Who's taking IMAX screens from Jurassic World? I have no fucking clue. No clue why Jurassic World is not going to be on IMAX, but it's not going to be on IMAX. And for a movie that's tracking below both Fantastic Four and Superman, and it had 2 more days to do it, 5-day tracking for Jurassic Park because of the holiday weekend, or Jurassic World because of the holiday weekend, versus 3 days each for Fantastic Four and Superman. Like I said, I interact with a fair chunk of people who have been preaching from like on high that Jurassic World is going to make a fucking billion. The first 3 made a billion, blah blah blah. Yes, that is true. The first 3 each made a billy. However, and this is the point I've been making since we knew what July was going to look like cinematically. There is no way Jurassic World was going to make a billion with the competition it has. It never was going to make a billion. I went back and looked at the competition the first 3 Jurassic Worlds had, and it wasn't shit. Not shit. Nothing on the scale of Superman coming out 2 weeks after it premiered, and then followed 2 weeks later by Fantastic Four or an equivalent, probably large Marvel movie. Like, these poor dinosaurs are going to have their legs chopped out from under them in 2 weeks. This movie will not have legs. It's like almost impossible for this movie to have legs. It has 2 weeks to make its money, period. End of story. And it ain't making a billy. I don't think any movie next month is going to make a billy for the exact same reason. Too many big event movies too close together in a craptastic economy with high theater prices. The only reason Fantastic Four has a chance to make a billy, and I still don't think it will, just me, is because it comes out last, right before August, and August doesn't have shit for competition for Fantastic Four. So Fantastic Four, out of those 3 movies, has the best chance to have any kind of extended legs in the theater and make a billy, but I still don't think that's going to happen. And that's due to a few things. One, the competition aspect, people spending their money before Fantastic Four even comes out. And 2, the subject that keeps coming up, the brand damage that Marvel has done to us. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think it'll make a billy. I would love it to make a billy. I mean, Josh would really love it to make a billy. I just don't see it happening. Now, if it cracks like 800 million, yes, that would be a massive success. Given all the circumstances, that would be huge. I mean, hell, if it gets to 9, goddamn. Like, honestly, I think we're looking at 8 to 850 max for that movie. Same for Superman. Even though Superman's going to get its legs chopped by Fantastic Four, or at least the lower legs chopped. It might not. Fantastic Four might not, go full stump like, Obi-Wan did to Anakin. But it's going to be like that night in Monty Python Search for the Holy Grail. Just a flesh wound. It's going to be Superman. Yeah, no IMAX for Jurassic World. That's crazy. Anything above 600 million is a win? Yes. If it hits 8, that'll be massive. Massive. Come on. y'all see this image gun drop of Ultraman? Obviously not in the same outfit we've really seen him in the trailer, but check this shit out. That is not what his suit looks like in the trailer when we've seen him, or in any of the. This is the first image, whether a still or on or in motion, that he has ever looked like this. This is it. Might be just me, but doesn't this the way this is set up, this kind of hollow here, and the way this looks, does this not look like a uh almost like a zombie face, half decayed and shit? Now, I have no idea if it actually looks, like what I just described underneath all this shit. But the way this shit looked, like right here, doesn't this look kind of like the hollowed out nose cavity of a skull? This one kind of looks like saggy flesh coming off the jaws and shit. Kind of wild. I'm going to be very interested to see what circumstances lead Ultraman to. What the fuck? Lead Ultraman to end up looking like this. I need new mount. Or maybe I just need to charge this one. Okay. Here's a little something. According to Rickman, RPK of the Daniel, Dakota Johnson is reportedly being eyed for a major role in an upcoming Star Wars project. We're going to deal with this fairly quickly. No. Please, God, no. No. I'm good. Like, she's not even that good an actress in the first place. She's really not. In my opinion. So, yeah, I'm good. And on top of that, Star Wars is in bad enough shape, does not need the Madam Web taint on it. Pause. Yeah. And definitely, and much less a major role. I wonder. No, I don't think it'll be anything to do with the Gosling one. I already forgot what it's called. But yeah, no, I'm good on that. I really am. No. Here we go. Little DC one. Peter Safran says Lex Luthor will be an important presence in the DCU. Lex Luthor is a very important character for us in the DCU, not only in the Superman movie. Let me repeat that. Not only in the Superman movie. Nick Holt made Lex Luthor his character. It's an iconic performance, realistic, intelligent, articulated. Okay, fine. You got to suck your star's butt. I get it. It's this. Not only in the Superman movie. Chat, what do you think Luthor's next step will be after being defeated by Superman? After all the shit it looks like he tries to pull, just from what we've seen from the trailers, and he's going to lose. What do you think Lex Luthor's next step or steps will be going forward after the end of the Superman movie? What do you guys think? Luthor will definitely try to make a comeback and figure out how to learn from his mistakes given his undying hatred for Superman. True. I agree with that. I was looking for something a bit more specific, though. Like I'm asking for a specific step or steps. What specific step or steps do you think Luthor's going to make after losing at the end of Superman? I have 3 words for you, chat, which I will share in just a little while longer. I'll give the rest of you a chance. Of course, the rest of you, I think, are all playing fucking Rivals right now. All right, chat. He also might be in some future Justice League films, but after this film, Luthor could recruit more people to help him take on Superman. I think in the comics, Luthor makes his own power suit. He does. And there, you kind of hit it there, Brooke. Luthor could recruit more people to help him take on Superman. That's exactly what I think he's going to do. Specifically, I think he is going to go the route of these 3 words. Are you ready? I think Luthor is going to begin to reach out to other villains in an effort. What up, C-Dub? And begin forming the Legion of Doom. Batman creates Doomsday, yeah. I don't know if that's how it went in the comics, though. I have no idea. But, yeah. I think Luthor's next steps after the end of Superman is going to be to work on getting the Legion of Doom together. As a matter of fact, I think him getting, this is complete theory, just me following a path, a logical path. At least what I think is a logical path. So, Superman wins. Luthor's defeated. Luthor's like, damn it, I tried all this shit and it still didn't work. I hate to say this, but I'm going to need some help. But I'll be in charge because I'm Lex Luthor. But I'm going to need some help. So Luthor begins to reach out to other DCU villains. Like, hey, I don't know if y'all noticed, but this Superman dude is a bit of a problem. We need to handle this shit. Somehow, some way, we need to pool our resources and figure out a plan to get rid of Superman. So I think Luthor is going to begin to form the Legion of Doom. And I also think the Legion of Doom forming is what is going to be the impetus for the Justice League to form. And I think the end of chapter 1 is going to be Justice League versus Legion of Doom. Or if not the very end, close to the end. They might use that to set up like a big villain. He forms a Legion of Doom to get the totality. Oh, cool. But yeah, I think Superman. I think Luthor losing at the end of Superman will be a big blow to his ego. Not enough to make it get rid of him, but he will get smacked around enough to realize that he gonna need some help, which is going to lead to Legion of Doom, which is going to lead to the Justice League. And then maybe one even bigger bad at the end of what Gunn calls Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. But they're going to need a monster. Like, Luthor's a metaphorical monster, but they're going to need a monster to fulfill that title. So, who or what that'll be, who the fuck knows? But I think the Legion of Doom is going to come into play. Oh, yeah. No, it's way too early for Darkseid. No, you gotta save Darkseid for a hot minute. In my opinion. My opinion, you gotta save Darkseid for a hot minute. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. I think, whoops. Helps if I change the other screen first. Okay, here's another little thing. Kind of interesting. This actually has to do with Ironheart. Dominic Thorne and Anthony Ramos tease a shocking cameo in Ironheart. We know how much the fans and how long the fans have been waiting for that. For it to be in the show that they get him, let's go. He's one of the elite actors of our time, too. Really? How much the fans and how long the fans have been waiting for that to be this cameo. For it to be in this show that they get him, let's go. Okay, so it's a him. He's one of the elite actors of our time, too. See, that's kind of losing me. Or at least, see, here's the thing. Obviously, everyone and their mother, brother, sister, aunt, grandma, whatever, cousin, niece, nephew, thinks that the big cameo in Ironheart is more than likely going to be Mephisto, right? We all think we're looking at Mephisto. We all think that Mephisto is who they're talking about in that statement, right? Right. Here's my disconnect. The only actor with even rumored attachment to that role is Sacha Baron Cohen. Now, don't get me wrong. Sacha Baron Cohen is talented. But I don't consider him to be one of the elite actors of our time. So one of two things, well, a few things, this could mean a few different things. One, it's not Mephisto they're talking about at all. Some other character. That's one possibility. Two, we are going to get Mephisto, but it ain't going to be Sacha Baron Cohen. It'll be somebody else that we have no fucking clue about. Or three, actually there's no three. It's those two. That's it. That's it. Either it's not Mephisto, or no, I lied. There is a third possibility. A, not Mephisto. B, Mephisto, but not Sacha Baron Cohen. C, they're weirdly calling Sacha Baron Cohen an elite actor of our time. Those are the possibilities that I can see coming off that particular quote. Now, beginning of it, okay, yeah, probably talking about Mephisto. One of the elite actors of our time, too. I mean, Sacha Baron Cohen's good, but he's also Borat. I don't know if I'd quite call him one of the elite actors of our time. I mean, If it is him, obviously they think so. I'm sure there are others that think so. I'm not one of them. I don't see it that way. So I don't know who the fuck they could be talking about. But yeah, there's that one. Oh yeah. This isn't like super nerdy, but it has to do with a director of nerdy things. So we're going to talk about it real quick. Whoop, the fuck? There we go. Breaking news from Boris Kitt over at the Hollywood Reporter, and this dude is good. He is super well connected. Even for someone in the trades, he's really well connected. Breaking 007 news. Denis Villeneuve to direct the next James Bond movie for Amazon MGM. Villeneuve will also serve as executive producer alongside partner Tanya Lapointe. So, it's not just that, but he also makes this following statement. Some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. I grew up watching James Bond films with my father, ever since Dr. No with Sean Connery. I'm a die-hard Bond fan. To me, he's sacred territory. I intend to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come. This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly exciting for me and a huge honor. Well, chat, what do you think about that? Like I said, I know the subject of 007 itself not very nerdy, right? More that at least not our kind of nerdy. If you're like an action nerd, you're all about that shit. But as we all know, Denis Villeneuve is the man behind the current trilogy of Dune movies, two of which we have, and one is going to film later this year. So in the nerdy world, Denis Villeneuve is like, hell yeah. And now he is moving on to directing a James Bond movie. Now, if you are a huge fan of Bond, you should be fucking loving his statement, bro. He grew up with Bond. He's sacred territory. I'm a diehard Bond fan. Intend to honor the tradition. Massive responsibility. Incredibly exciting. Huge honor. Like, my God. If you are a Bond fan, you should be pitching a fucking tent right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? You're a Bond fan. Denis Villeneuve directing your next Bond movie. Oh, I'm not even a huge Bond fan. I just haven't gotten around to watching the movies. I'd probably be a huge Bond fan if I ever watched them. But yeah, Denis Villeneuve directing 007. Bond fans rejoice. Bond fans rejoice. Is that it for the tidbits? Okay, cool. Well, that's it for the tidbits for now. Okay. Yeah, that's it for those tidbits. One other little story I wanted to go over before we get into the Fantastic Four stuff. And I just find this kind of fun. So, what does a Denny V007 franchise look like? Hopefully some sci-fi tech stuff, I guess. Yeah, I meant, what is it? Is Q the tech person? Or is that M? I don't know. Whatever letter the tech person is, yeah, they're probably gonna be inventing some serious gadgets. Yeah. I imagine you're right. The gadgets in a Denis Villeneuve Bond are probably gonna be pimp as fuck. Q's the tech person? Yeah. I imagine Q's gonna have all kinds of fun shit under a Denis Villeneuve uh, with him being in charge. Ah, thank you as well, Spicy Dan. So yeah, I think you get pretty high chances of that, C Dub. Doesn't Bond's car already have the ability to fly? Maybe I'm wrong. Retina scanners, I imagine. Yeah, I it's going to be very interesting to see what Denis Villeneuve does with Bond. But on the other hand, he's going into it. At least he's claiming to be going into it. Almost worshiping at the altar of Bond, based on how his dad brought him up on Bond. So that just in and of itself is a really cool thing. I think Bond fans should love that. I think any fan of any franchise would want an incoming big name director to say that shit about their franchise. Like, I love this shit. I grew up on this shit. I'm honored. I realize it's a magnificent responsibility. Like, yeah, that's if you're a fan of any franchise, you want to hear that from the director of your next big movie in that franchise. Like that's awesome. So, now speaking of directors, I don't know why I keep saying that. Speaking of directors, um, Marvel's got an X-Men movie coming out sometime or other. Probably not till 2028 at this point. And it's been bandied about that the person that is going to direct that X-Men movie is one Jake Schreier, uh, who just got done directing Thunderbolts. Right? So, that's been the word for a minute. And then Jake Schreier come out and was like, I don't know about all that shit. I don't think I could confirm that, even if it was true. Yada, yada. So, but then we had this article come out in Gizmodo yesterday, right? Excuse me. The director of Marvel's X-Men movie just got confirmed in the most roundabout way. Okay. A new X-Men movie is coming. Pause. This much we know to be true. Jake Schreier, director of Marvel's recent film Thunderbolts, is also expected to be directing it. That had yet to be officially confirmed, but IO9, whoever the fuck that is, and one of probably someone that works for Gizmodo, I would imagine, and one of Schreier's fellow Marvel directors both agree that it's true. Speaking to Metro Entertainment about his new show, Ironheart, executive producer Ryan Coogler, who also, of course, directed both Black Panther movies and most recently Sinners, which is a fucking smash hit, shut down rumors that he could direct a new X-Men movie because, quote, Jake is directing that. That's what Ryan Coogler said. Jake, as in Jake Schreier, who was in early talks last month. IO9 reached out to Marvel about Schreier's involvement, and a spokesperson confirmed the news. Jake Schreier is directing X-Men. And while both we and Coogler have confirmed the X-Men director, someone should tell Schreier. Speaking at a film festival in Malta, reported on by Collider, Schreier was asked if he was directing X-Men, and he would not fess up. Oh, here's that quote. Even if I were confirmed on that movie, I don't think I would be allowed to answer that question. I guess what I would say is that it always starts from character and working with great writers and collaborators, and certainly thinking about how to do something different with any project that you take on. That's as much as I can say. Well, Jake will say it just like Ryan said it. You're directing X-Men. At least for now. There's always the chance things could change before the film goes in front of cameras. And it might be a good long while before that happens. Yeah, it's not going in front of cameras probably till late 26, early 27. Marvel is currently in production on only one film, Avengers Doomsday, which is scheduled to come out next December. And that's good. That's the only thing they need to be concentrating on the cinematic side. The only fucking thing. Well, Spider-Man 4. But, yeah. Oh, I see they're pulling the Sony line with that. The Spider-Man 4, at least for now, still comes out before Doomsday. And it's a Marvel movie, but it's Sony Marvel. Anyway, because of that, the studio is not doing a major panel at San Diego Comic-Con this year, which is where news on X-Men could be broken. Will we have to wait a year for more information? That seems possible, but in that time, we now know Schreier is on the case. Will we have to wait a year for more information of any serious kind? Lou, what's happening? Yeah, we're SDCC this year. Hall H is a bust for nerds. That's just all there is to it. It's a bust this year. So yeah, it's going to be next year before we hear anything. And I would imagine what they're probably going to hit hardest at Hall H next year is obviously Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, and they'll probably start giving us some insights into what Secret Wars is going to look like too. Although they'll go hard on that SDCC 27. So, but yeah, so Coogler says it. Evidently, someone in a Marvel spokesperson says it. So, Jake Schreier is your director of X-Men. Now, they did include this interesting little phrase in that article, at least for now. Now, why would it be temporary? If you're hiring him to be the director, why would it be temporary? Well, I'll tell you what. It could be temporary. Come on, do the thing. Thank you. It's going to have to do with Marvel performance going forward. Obviously, yes, he directed Thunderbolts. And it is a box office bomb. It is a really fucking good movie, but it is a box office bomb. So that's I mean, despite how well he handled that, that's still a consideration. The lack of box office performance is still a consideration. Whether it should be or not, that can be debated all day long, right? But regardless of whether you think it should be a consideration, it is a consideration. So there's already that going on. Now, he has proven in Thunderbolts that he can handle an ensemble, which the X-Men would be. He's proven that he can handle varied power sets, which the X-Men would be. He's proven he can handle ridiculous power sets, which Omega level mutants would be. So it's not like there's a whole butt ton of evidence that says he's a bad choice. As a matter of fact, the evidence says he's a good choice. Not to mention the fact that he's also an affordable choice. If Marvel Studios is actually going to follow through on all the promises Iger made to the investors on those calls about slowing down on the content and while also spending less on it, Jake Schreier's a good way to go to save some money in the director line item on the expense sheet. So yeah, he's almost the perfect choice, but he could still lose the job. And the reason he could still lose the job comes down to Fantastic Four. What does Fantastic Four have to do with Jake Schreier directing the X-Men? Well, got to remember that Marvel Studios is a business. They don't always make the greatest business decisions, but it is a business. And in business, optics are key. So, Brave New World already box office flop. Thunderbolts box office bomb. It still hasn't even cracked 400 million, and it will not. If Fantastic Four underperforms to a significant level, if not fully bombs / flops, that could cost Jake Schreier his job for the simple fact that Marvel is not going to want to acknowledge 2025 at that point. They're not going to want to even remotely have anything associated with 2025 going forward into Phase 7 if they can possibly help it. And replacing your director is a not too difficult way to disassociate yourself from 2025 if F4 fails, especially when one of those failures came from, box office wise, came from that director. I mean, this fucking movie isn't going to be filming for around 2 years. A shit ton can happen with Marvel in 2 years. A shit ton can happen with Jake Schreier himself in 2 years. But for now, barring acts of God or human fuckery, Jake Schreier is the director of the X-Men film. But that is not etched in stone. C-Dub says, Dan Merle just dropped a breakdown on the Denis V hire for 007 on YouTube. Dan Merle's good. Didn't know Amy Pascal is over at Amazon now. Yeah. Yeah, she, I don't think she's been there that long. I don't think she's been there that long. Is she there or just closely associated with them because of Spider-Man Noir? Or Spider Noir, whatever the fuck it's called. And by the way, I am very much looking forward to that show. Side note. Or is she like there? I must know. Oh yeah, nope. She's fully on at Amazon MGM Studios. She's in right now. She's in post on the studio's upcoming film Project Hail Mary. Oh look, directed by Lord and Miller. Oh, and starring the Goss. Okay. Well. Okay, so she's going to be a producer on the next Bond movie. Okay. All right, so yeah, Pascal's thoroughly over there. How fun. Well, she won't be producing any more movies for Sony, I guess. At least not for a while. So, but yeah. Despite Jake Schreier attempting to be coy in that Collider Q&A / interview or whatever the fuck that was, yeah, he's the director of X-Men. But as Gizmodo rightfully pointed out, there's a long time between now and that movie filming, so we can only say he's the director of X-Men for now. I just thought that was kind of an interesting thing. I mean, is it unusual for a Marvel employee? Ah. Got a little left. Damn, that was littler than I thought. Pause. So, but there you have that little fun story. And really, it's the it's the what ifs to that story that make it kind of more fun than. Yeah, no, he's double confirmed now. Am I done with this tab? Okay. Actually, all right, Chet. Whoops, can't do that yet. All right, Chet. We're gonna do a little thing now. We're gonna do a little bit of a thing. I'll be right back, though. I'll turn the music up. Oh, it has to be playing for me to turn it up. Okay, cool. Be back shortly. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Feel like you're on Molly right now? Yeah. No pause. Okay. No, that was what's his fuzz? The Stream Beats by the homie. I forgot his name. Oh yeah, Harris Heller. That was Harris Heller. All right, chat. We're gonna do a thing. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. As you all know, because I've mentioned this before, I like competition. I like participating in competition. I like being competitive. I like watching competition. And let's face it, next month in the nerdy corner of cinema, competition is happening next month. And for us, the two main competitors are, of course, Superman and the Fantastic Four. And one thing that those two have in common now, they have both both released their final trailers. So what I want to do is I want to watch them both back to back. Yes, I want to watch them both back to back. We will watch Fantastic Four second because we're going to go on, obviously, and we're going to break that down. So we'll watch that one second. We'll watch Superman trailer first. We'll watch Fantastic Four trailer second. But I want to I don't know if any of you have done this, but I haven't done this yet. Like if I wanted to compare the Fantastic Four trailer, excuse me, to the Superman trailer, I'm going off the memory of the Superman trailer. Right? So I can't really make like as accurate a comparison as possible without watching them in very close proximity. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to watch Superman trailer, and then we're going to watch the Fantastic Four trailer. And then we're going to talk about which one we like more and why. And then we're going to break down that Fantastic Four trailer and find the cool shit we can find and talk about that too. So, we will begin, as I just stated, with the Superman trailer. As soon as I get my headphone cord untangled. Okay, here we go. Superman trailer time.
Superman. The most powerful being on planet Earth.
We finally meet.
Now, as planned, I'll destroy you. And of course, that reporter you always do interviews with. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
No matter what you do to me, Luthor, your plans won't work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Make a move, Big Blue.
Buckle up.
him. Let them die.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Okay, so there we have it. Superman trailer. We've all seen it before, right? Pretty fucking cool trailer, though, I gotta say. Although the suit is still ugly, will always be ugly. Fuck that super suit. Anyway. Now we're going to dip right into the Fantastic Four trailer.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch,
I love you, Johnny!
and The Thing.
Hey! What time is it? Say the thing!
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time!
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald. Galactus.
What is that? Get us out of here, Ben! Hold on!
Are we safe?
I don't know.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him?
I like that. The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
Okay. Okay. So, chat, first of all, question number one. Which trailer do you guys think is better? And why? Share with me your thoughts, chat. Share with me your feelings. Which trailer did you like more? Which trailer impressed you more? Which trailer gave you more hype for the movie it was for? I had no intention of rhyming there, but that was cool for me. What you think, chat? I'll tell you one thing. For me, the Fantastic Four trailer was better. One reason, like the biggest reason of all for me, is what they showed of the characters was nailing what I know of those characters, like left, right, center. Like they nailed it all. Johnny, Johnny was so Johnny in this trailer and in the last trailer. Like Johnny was very Johnny, and it was great to see. Especially after everyone tripped balls over what he said about not being a womanizer. They're like, oh, they're fucking Johnny up. No, they're not. No, they're actually nailing him. Thank you very much. And again, like firmly and repeatedly leaning into the family dynamic, which is what Fantastic Four is essentially all about at its core. And the scale. Now, Superman had some pretty good scale in the trailer with the buildings falling, whatever that fucking looking like a dimensional rift happening, and the city splitting, and all the weird shit we saw kind of in the middle of the trailer. That weird tentacle thing wrapped around Superman while he's holding baby Joey, I think that is. The Metamorphose kid somehow or other. I mean, don't get me wrong. Superman had scale, but not the scale the F4 trailer had. Superman had really good visuals. F4 trailer was just super crispy. Like, I'm sorry, F4 trailer is superior to the Superman trailer for me. So that's just my own personal opinion. Like, on a technical level, F4 trailer better. On a character level, F4 trailer better. But that's just what I think about it. There we go. Yeah, I think the F4 trailer is better. Now, let us go back into this trailer. And try and pick out some fun little details.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch,
I love you, Johnny!
and The Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner.
I love them whipping out the Flaming Four. It's, I mean, it should be a given. Obviously, it should be a given, but it's just so fucking iconic.
Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
You know, between the last trailer and this trailer, it's obvious that they're going to have Clobbering Time be kind of a running joke, but they're doing it the right way. At least as far as we can tell, at least as far as I can tell in this trailer. They're doing it the right way. And again, it's the needling, the back and forth between Johnny and Ben Grimm, the Thing, is such an integral part of every Fantastic Four story ever. It's like, that's what those two do. They jab at each other. Johnny constantly pokes the bear. The Thing constantly gets angry and tries to smack him around. It's just how it goes. And this was a perfect example. I mean, Johnny is pushing for him to say it. I mean, obviously the public wants to hear him say it too, but Johnny's always at him to say it. Like right there. What time is it? It's dinner time. But he keeps trying to get him to say it. It's awesome.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end.
Now, here's where we first start really getting the scale. I mean, this is a pretty nice wide shot of the city and shit, right? But this is where... I mean, just look at this. Big-ass motherfucker. I mean, here's the Earth, obviously, but look at this big-ass motherfucking ship coming in. And I love how they're bringing it in from the top of the screen. I mean, that's classic Lucas. I mean, that's A New Hope. First, you had the Corellian Corvette with Leia and shit on it, and then you had the Super Star Destroyer coming after it. And they both came in from the top of the screen, just like this. Fucking sick, bro.
I herald.
Now, what is that they're walking up to? What the fuck is that? Oh, okay, so the surfer is leading them into whatever this is. Is she leading them directly to Galactus? Is this his ship, or part of his ship? This doesn't look like shit on Earth. At least not to me. What do you guys think? I think, look at that. It's like she's leading them to meet him. And I'm only just now noticing this, folks. So, this is cool. So I feel like this is on Galactus. And they're all in their spacesuits and shit, too. So I feel like this is Galactus' ship in orbit. Yep. Okay, yep. They're meeting him right there. And my God. I mean, that's about how I feel. Like, look at Pedro's face. I mean, she's got the look, but his look is like, he looks like he just pooped himself, and I can understand why, given what we're about to see. Oh, he looks so good. He looks so good. I like how some of the armor's moving. I like the mechanical aspect of it, but damn. And even though there's not a lot around him to give real perspective on his size, he just feels monstrous in this shot. Even without the lack of surroundings to give him size like real perspective and scope, the feel of this is just huge.
Galactus.
All about look good. They really tightened up the VFX since the first time they showed her to us. There's this big old head. Okay, so okay. All right, here's a good way to scale. All right, so we're back on Galactus' ship with Big G. Here's the 4 right here. So not only is he looking down on them from that height, if you look down here, he's not even standing on the same level as them. Don't know how far down this hole goes that he's standing, or whatever, the aperture opening, whatever you want to call it. But here's the 4 on this ledge. Obviously, this is a pretty significant, or at least this looks like a significant descent down here. And here's Galactus, with part of him on the bottom, however deep this is. This fucking huge. Looking down at the little Fantastic Four right there.
What is that? Get us out of here, Ben! Hold on!
And this is them obviously getting the fuck out of Galactus' ship. And here's another awesome scale shot. Here's Galactus' ship. Here's the Fantastic Four ship right here. Look at this so little and cute. It's so little and cute. And then look at this motherfucking honker. Holy. The scale in this movie, the visuals, how they're handling the scale. Ugh. Oh, it looks so good.
Are we safe?
I don't know. The clock is
Take it,
ticking.
baby Franklin.
We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
That is so Reed. Time crunch. All about finding the solution. All about making it right. Doing the right thing. They're nailing these fucking characters, chat. They're nailing them. They're nailing them. It's awesome. Oh, and we've seen this shot plenty. Okay, nothing new with this shot. We've seen this shot.
You don't want to just crush him?
Hide that.
The 4 of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
More footage of Big G walking the streets of New York. Ooh.
Family. It's about connecting.
Meet the Franklin. Meet the Franklin.
Connecting to something bigger than yourself.
Okay, this shit right here. First of all, this looks like Paris. Is this not the Eiffel Tower? Am I tripping? Or is this Paris? But yeah, so far as what we're seeing here. Okay, obviously big machines casting beams into the sky. Here's the thing. If you're familiar with Galactus, you probably already know this. Galactus doesn't just roll up to a planet and like literally consume it, right? Like the space fart looked like it was going to do in the Rise of the Silver Surfer. No, a comic accurate Galactus rolls up in that big ass ship of his. Delta Dan's back. Rolls up in that big old ship of his. Comes down to the surface of the planet and constructs a machine or machines that do the work of depleting the planet's energy, destroying it, and feeding it to Galactus. I am pretty sure that's what we are looking at here. Is machines Galactus put on Earth, and again, looks like this is Paris, to help him consume the planet, drain it of all its energy and shit, and leave it a husk. So I am pretty sure that's what this stuff is right here. This is Galactus setting up his equipment to consume the Earth.
Face it together.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me, but that kind of looks like a CGI baby. I am more than likely wrong, but just something about the facial construction, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I hope it's real baby. Cute though. They have cute little baby.
As a family.
Oh, they're chasing Galactus in the car. You can see his foot. Right there. There's Big G. Wrecking New York. I wonder if he's headed to the Baxter Building for Franklin at that point. Kind of makes me wonder. And I don't know about y'all, but at least to me, it seemed like Galactus on the ship was still much bigger than Galactus in New York. But that makes sense because in the comics, Galactus can adjust his own size. Pause. And this is also cool. Like they're showing the interactions of all four of them in varying pair-offs. Like earlier we had the thing on the couch with Sue being supportive. Now we have him over here with Reed being supportive. I had Johnny and Sue being siblings, lovey-dovey. They're fucking nailing it, chat. They are nailing it. It's Mother sister.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
Okay. Something we gotta address. Ben has a beard, y'all. Ben has a beard. And maybe this is just me. I mean, it's not 100% the same, but tell me this doesn't at least resemble the CGI template they used for Thanos. This looks like orange Thanos. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Actually, I think he looks pretty cool, the rock mustache and rock beard. But am I wrong, chat? Is it just me, or does this not look like they used the Thanos template and they just made adjustments? That's number one. Number two, how big of a time jump are we going to have in this fucking movie? Like, unless he has the power to, like, grow that shit overnight just by willpower. I mean, for a beard and mustache this full, like, there's going to be a time jump of, like, months, if not a year or two, somewhere in this movie. Like, there has to be. Like, again, unless part of his powers is to grow this shit on a whim, time jump. Has to be a time jump. And it's got to be at least a year, probably longer, in my mind.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna.
Say it!
How much you want? See, I honestly think he's going to cave in the final big fight. The Thing, Ben. He's going to cave. It might even be right there. Maybe. I don't know. But again, this is like, this scene here is literally the epitome of Johnny and Ben's relationship.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna.
Say it!
Johnny always needling him. My God. Okay. And I didn't notice this before, and they may have hidden this before. But if you look closely, damn it. Shit. Oh, it was better in that shot. This might be the final battle, because this is Bearded Ben. And I'd have to go back and look at the clips in the other trailer, but I don't think it was Bearded Ben in those original scenes, especially not the first scenes we saw where he was running through the columns that we're about to see again. I think we are looking at the final battle here, or something close to it, because Bearded Ben. I want to know what the hell that spear is that Reed is stabbing into whatever the fuck that is. Oh yeah, you can see the beard a bit there too. What is that? Oh, look at him all stretchy. What the hell is this? I'm 99% sure that it's some kind of invention of his. And is this Galactus he's actually stabbing with it? Yes, that was Galactus. He just stabbed Galactus, I think, in the leg or something. Man, I want to know what that is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that shit's dope. Ooh, that's interesting. Did I kill that? Let me look that back up. Chat, give me a moment. I need to check something. Excuse me. Okay. This is fun. I'll mute that. You guys want to see something? Josh doesn't watch me, but here's a bit of data that goes in favor of Josh winning that bet, and I only just now realized this. Okay, you ready? This is the Superman trailer. Again, this is just on YouTube, but this is the Superman trailer. 6.1 million views in 2 weeks. Okay. Fantastic Four. 14 hours. 5 million views already. Oh, you can't see that because I'm in the way. Hold on. We'll move me for now. Oh, shit. Still can't. There we go. I'm going to have to fix this later for other shit. Yeah, Fantastic Four. 14 hours. Almost 5, just a little shy of 5.1 million. Okay. Superman. 2 weeks ago, 6.1 million. I think Reed suit is one color to make the CGI stretching cheaper. Oh, probably. You don't see a lot of color difference in Ben's either. And that's got to be CGI as well. Just the expansion and the movement on that big motherfucker. But yeah, how interesting is that? Superman out for 2 weeks. Still has only racked up 6.1 million views. Fantastic Four out for just over half a fucking day. Already, it crossed 5.1 million views while when I flip back over. Granted, this is only YouTube numbers, but Fantastic Four is gaining steam, chat. It's gaining steam. Look, I mean, there's the proof right there. You know how Josh always says social proof matters? Fantastic Four trailer is, let's see, what is yeah. Fantastic Four trailer is already up to 80% of the views of the Superman trailer in a mere fraction of the time. Less than a 14th of the time. I mean, is that the be all end all of stats or anything? Does that guarantee anything? No. But it's fun. And it's a data point that, while not a guarantee of jack shit, is at least somewhat of an indicator of a possible future trend. Said possible future trend being Fantastic Four whooping on Superman's ass at the box office and Josh winning $500. Yeah, I only noticed that Superman view count kind of out of the corner of my eye. Same with the Fantastic Four one. I'm like, wait a minute, that's pretty fucking close. That's pretty fucking close, chat. Interesting. That's all. I'm just saying it's interesting. All right, y'all. That is all my planned subjects for the evening. What do you guys think about everything we talked about? Anything or something you've thought of on your own that I have not addressed? We have reached your portion, chat. What's on your motherfucking mind? What is on your brains? Type what you thinking. Damn it. I hate it when I do that. Yeesh. What do you guys think about anything we talked about, or again, something you came up with that you think I may have overlooked or not thought of? There we go. Anything, y'all? Anything at all? Okay, give me another couple minutes or minute or two, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck on out of here. Because like I said, I'm done with my planned subjects. As usual, I'm more than happy to chit-chat with you guys about whatever, but, you know, if y'all got nothing, then I'm going to dip. I'm going to dip like I'm addicted to chew. Brooke says, I do think F4 trailer is slightly better than Superman trailer, but both are really good trailers. I totally agree. They are both good trailers. Definitely convinced me I should see both films at the theater more. Yeah, I'm not a repeat theater kind of guy. That shit's expensive. Gonna play Repo with some other friends soon? Nice. I have no idea what the fuck that is, but cool. Whatever it is, you're playing with friends, that's what matters. Favorite part was where they showed the scale between the F4 spaceship and the ship of Galactus. That was such a badass shot. Like, dead ass. That shot was badass. Like, they're nailing this shit, chat. That trailer, especially now that like I really got into it with you guys. Ooh, baby. I'm not gonna glaze as hard as Josh did earlier today, but damn, I got a little glaze for that shit. I will tell you that. I will admit that right now. That trailer is fucking dope. Galactus ship is a work of engineering for sure. Excited to see way more of it when the film officially comes to theaters. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be spending at least a little bit of time on that motherfucker. I think we can safely say that based on the trailer. And that's really cool that we're seeing Galactus ship. Now, do I wish we could see like him from head to toe in one shot? Yeah. I mean, it'll happen in the movie, obviously, but it would have been cool if we got that in the trailer. Or if not that, it would have been cool to hear him talk. Because Ralph Ineson or Ineson or however the fuck you pronounce his name, that dude has one of those voices. You know what? Okay. All right. Here's an interview I found. You guys want to hear him talk for just like a little bit here? Want to hear what Galactus is going to at least somewhat sound like? Who knows if they're going to do anything to his voice? They'll probably give it some, echo or whatever, I would imagine. What does he have to say here?
All right, we're here with Ralph Ineson, the voice
Ineson,
of Sidolphus
okay.
Telemann for Final Fantasy 16. And I'd just like to ask you a few questions about your experience, what it's like to voice the character in the game. I would love to ask what attracted you to this role. Would you like to speak on that?
Things are very couched in secrecy and codes and everything, so you don't really kind of know what you're getting involved in at the start. So I was asked to get involved in this video game and play this character, and I read some of the lines, and the writing was great. The world seemed wonderful, and as an actor, what you want is good writing. And so, yeah, it was great writing, so I agreed to do it. And yeah, then later on found out exactly what it was and how big it is. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't. I think if you approach any project with the whole weight of the project, you're not going to do your best work as an actor. So I think it's kind of good to not kind of know the size of what you're doing, because all you're doing is looking at the character, looking at the lines, and doing your job in a very pure way, rather than going, oh my God, I'm doing Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What is it like to get into the mind of Sid? How did you prepare to voice this character?
Okay. Just wanted to give y'all an idea of what he sounded like. Now imagine that pumped up to be the voice of that ginormous ass creature known as Galactus. My God, chat. And I guess it's Einstein. But yeah, Ralph Einstein. That voice is going to be Galactus. Probably with some, what's the fucking word I want? Enhancement, I would imagine. But it's not going to need too much enhancement, I'll tell you that. I tell you that. Yeah. Oh, he voiced one of the characters in Diablo 4 too? Nice. So yeah, that's basically what Galactus is going to sound like when we finally hear him talk into next month. Yeah. 1 month from now. It's June 20. Well, of course, that's partly why they dropped the trailer today, because it's 1 month. Not to the day, but to the date. Till when Fantastic Four drops. So yeah, that trailer, especially, again, going over it with you guys, that's some hype generating shit, at least so far as chilling's concerned. That is some hype generating shit. All right, chat. Last chance. Thoughts, questions, concerns? How about it, chat? How about it, chat? I hope all my guys in chat that are playing Rivals are whooping that ass. You guys whooping that ass? Can one of you take 2 seconds to let me know if you're whooping that ass? Is that a good bug eye or a bad bug eye, Daniel? Spicy Dan? I need a little more context with them eyeballs. Actually be that way. Just eyes. Okay. Well, thanks for the eye. Silent eyes. I'm watching you. Silent eyes. I'm watching you. Is that where you were going with that? Because if it was, I'd done picked up what you put down, motherfucker. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. We are going to go ahead and call it at this point then, y'all. Why is that? Okay, that was weird. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it then, chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you, people who are watching the replay, made it all the way through. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking. Thank everyone for clicking, because you have to click to watch it live or on the replay anyway. So thanks for the click. Please hit that there thumbs up button on your way out of the stream, if not on your way in. And also, if you are new here to the basement, pretty please hit that there subscribe button and the notification bell. And also, thank you, Griff. Also, if one of my kind mods would throw the link in there one more time, it is also in the description of this video and the channel description. I do have a Discord. We're small, but it's fun. We're cool. We're cool people here in the basement. You should join us and hang out if you have not yet done so. Okay? So, thank everyone who is here at whatever time, in whatever capacity. Y'all are dope for doing so. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your week. We will be back at it right here at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, where we will get caught up on whatever happens between now and then. Okay? Cool. So, my gratitude, my love, and my goodbye. Later, y'all. Come on, you motherfucker. Thank you, Delta Dan. And again, thank you, Griff. I appreciate the compliments, but y'all still haven't answered my question. Are y'all whooping that ass? Are y'all stomping motherfuckers on Rivals? This is what I want to know. But I'm glad y'all are crediting me with a dub stream. I really appreciate that. I hope y'all had a good time. I really do. I had a good time with you guys. I always do. You guys are the dopest. Period. End of story. Done. I am super thankful for all you guys. I really, really am. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Thanks, Brooke. Hope you have a good rest of your week. And I hope you'll be back Saturday night at 9 when we get caught up on everything that happens between now and then. So, much love, much gratitude. And remember, wherever you're at and whoever you're with, always keep it nerdy. Peace.